as I was saying, I think I figured out the problems of the face cam, so we should be good to go with that. I think it may have been my iPhone that was the problem, so I tried the same thing on my iPad. It seems to be working better. I've been testing it all afternoon, no drops, so we should be good to go. I hope that we get a good crowd, but even if we don't, we're gonna have fun anyway. So, here we go. Continuing. It's Tuesday night. I worked overnight last night, so that was exciting. I slept till like 3 today because I got off at 7, so I was home at like 7:30. Slept my day away. I just kind of like randomly decided to stream tonight because I didn't have anything better to do tonight.
Looking at my cards, so. George. Hello?
Hey, Beth, it's me, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. How's life at the museum?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
A theft? When? How? Who are your suspects? Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship.
Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
Oh my gosh. So much trouble. Oh, okay.
Somehow, Joanna has gotten the museum into some financial hot water.
How'd she do that?
Yeah, and how hot's the water?
It's all very vague. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe she just overextended the budget a little in her effort to acquire the best artifacts for the museum, but
even if her intentions were good...
she may be feeling a little desperate to make some money back quickly.
Desperate enough to steal the Pakal carving, sell it on the black market, and collect the insurance on it too?
I know she loves the museum. Who knows what she'd do if she were afraid of losing her job.
She's a suspect.
Definitely a suspect.
I don't know what to make of Alejandro Del Rio, the attaché to the Mexican consulate.
What's his connection to Beach Hill?
Right now, he's negotiating the monolith loan agreement between Mexico and the museum.
And what's your confusion? Something to do with dashing good looks, I hope.
Well, he is a little bit handsome, but he also seems very angry about all the Mexican antiquities his country has lost over the years.
How have they been lost?
They've been taken by explorers and archaeologists and smugglers. I guess the laws have only recently changed to protect Mexico's rights to its own antiquities.
Well, it sounds like he has a legitimate gripe.
Yes, but I got the feeling he would do just about anything to get an artifact returned to Mexico.
What do you mean, anything?
That's what I'm not sure of.
Well, let's hope he's just a big talker and not a bona fide vigilante.
Ever since the theft, I haven't been able to find Henrik anywhere.
That's odd. Has anyone else seen him?
If they have, they sure aren't telling me.
Nancy, do you think he's the thief?
I can't imagine that.
Maybe he's just an accomplice. Maybe he loosened security somehow to make the thief's job easier.
It's possible, but Henrik seems to care so much about his work. Why would he want to hurt the museum?
Maybe he cares a little too much.
She's right, Nancy. I'd give him the 3rd degree if I were you. Whenever he shows up again, that is.
Alright.
Why would the thief keep leaving that awful red handprint at every crime scene?
Talk about a creepy trademark.
Oh, I'm just glad I haven't seen it. With my sensitive psyche, that type of thing is like a 10-year warranty for nightmares.
Does it have any meaning in Maya culture?
Not that I know of.
Well, somebody ought to know. You're surrounded by experts in Maya culture, for gosh sakes.
But maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Maybe the thief just thinks it's glamorous.
Sure. I mean, who really wants anonymity after all? Thieves have to have style. Something to set them apart, right?
It's not just any old villain that gets a book deal these days.
Hi, Graham. Welcome to the stream. And welcome all viewers to my room. This is my bedroom. So you can see my Paramore posters, my collection, and my bookshelf of books. Anyway.
Taylor Sinclair and Alejandro Del Rio have both earned a place on my suspect list.
Why?
Both admitted to being in the building at the time when the alarm went off.
Did they act defensive about it?
Not really. They both act as though they have nothing to hide.
Do you think they could be working together?
Judging by Alejandro's opinion of Taylor, I highly doubt it. But then again, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like in the 10th grade when Bess turned purple in the middle of her class presentation on greenhouse gases.
George, would you kindly put a sock in it?
Yes, Graham, you're the first one here that I know of. You're the first person to comment, at least. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We're rooting for ya.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, what time is it? Okay. Skip.
Need something?
Apparently, a Topeka woman named Prudence Rutherford has recently been visited by a red-handed thief, too. Do you have any idea how I might get in touch with her?
Afraid I can't help you there.
What? Why did that do that? Try it. What? That was so weird.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. There's no phone number in here, was there? Nope. Got me my vanilla Coke to make it through the night. I think you should end all your wow, I can't even talk. Conversations with Carpe Diem. It was the original YOLO. It really was. And Henrik's still gone. But she said we could analyze the... Please insert sample and press start.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance.
Compare. Obviously, it's this one.
That's it!
HGS. Creepy jingly music. I love the music in this game.
I should take the handprint with me.
Why won't it let me take it? Do I have to turn this back on? Oh. Okay, so HGS.
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury.
And where's S?
S stands for sulfur. So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
See if Joanna knows anything about mercury and sulfur.
Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sub ubi.
That is Latin for always wear underwear. I'm not even kidding. The monolith. I'm trying to trigger something in this game, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. Yes! Oh no!
Henrik! Henrik!
Henrik fell down the temple stairs! Whoa!
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid.
He just fell, Nancy.
Or was he pushed?
Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours.
Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first.
George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
I took Latin in high school, okay? I know my Latin. Sort of. Oh my gosh, my mother is texting me. I heard you yell. Okay. Alright. So Henrik fell down the stairs, got taken to the hospital. I know, it's because I have my phone against my computer, so that what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my vibrate off, because I have it against my computer so I can see the comments as they are commented, but I didn't know that my mother was just going to, like, text me a bunch. Okay, alright. Okay. Alright, let's go check with Joanna about how Henrik's doing. Okay, vibration should be off, so hopefully you guys shouldn't be, like, blasted now.
First the Pakal carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith, the board clams up on my funding, my mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet.
Yeah, but Graham, I'm not a cool gamer kid.
Take it easy, Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay.
What I need from you right now is action, not commentary, Nancy. Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back?
I'll call right away.
You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
I can do that.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
A letter. Nancy, something's come up and I'll be gone for a bit. Your mission in the meantime, run through the temple activities to verify all questions can be answered based on info available elsewhere in the museum. We don't want a little rascal rebellion on our hands when the exhibit opens now, do we? Be back ASAP. Thanks, Henrik. I actually was doing that earlier. A clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard? I think I'm okay.
You have voicemail. Press.
Nancy, hi.
It's Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... This theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but if you can do a little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0.
Call the hospital first, and then we'll call Franklin Rose.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Nurse Bluefoot, this is Nancy Drew. You left me a message regarding Henrik Vanderheun. How is he?
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved. We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
What's reality orientation?
Well, reality orientation is a kind of treatment that helps a patient get reacquainted with the facts and circumstances of his or her life. Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
So, how does he regain access to the storage place?
First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts, like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
What are sensory memories?
A sensory memory is like it sounds, something that is familiar, that you recognize by sight or touch, smell or sound or... Oh, what is that last one? Oh yes, taste. A cognitive memory is something that you know or remember intellectually.
Apple pie, and suddenly
For example,
my memories
how do
came
you
back.
know the name of this planet? Somewhere along the way, you learn that it's called Earth, and you just remember. But say you bump your head and forget the name of this planet. You don't know where in the solar system you're floating.
That would be most unfortunate.
Exactly. But then I show you a picture of our marvelous blue and green globe. Suddenly you remember. That glorious sight is Earth. I live on the planet Earth. This is how a sensory memory can trigger a cognitive or intellectual one.
Excuse me while I snack on some almonds.
What if the patient doesn't remember right away?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work, and who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One great tool is the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
Is Henrik awake right now?
Not at the moment. We're keeping him under close observation.
Close observation? What does that mean?
Well, we wake him up every half hour
He's
to
a
make
nurse,
sure
not
he
a
doesn't
doctor.
slip into a coma, and we watch for any signs that would indicate increased pressure in the brain.
This is Nurse Bluefoot. He's not a doctor.
Increased pressure in the brain?
Dilated or pinpoint pupils, vomiting, severe headaches, and or seizures are some of the common symptoms that may indicate swelling in the brain. Anyway, once he's out of the danger zone, we'll move him over to neurology.
Thanks for the crash course in head trauma, Nurse Bluefoot. Oh, sorry, no pun intended. When are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell. He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
The best part of this whole conversation was Nancy's horribly placed pun.
Well, the last thing we want is a meltdown. I'll go easy on him.
Bye-bye.
Alright, let's call Franklin Rose and we'll get back to actually doing the mystery.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh.
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row. Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
Okay.
You judged a mime competition?
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen?
Yes.
It's area code 785-555-7279.
Already in my notebook.
What's this all about?
Miss Rutherford had a necklace with a Maya artifact stolen right out of her home. I'm trying to see if there's any connection between these robberies.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello and she'll be expecting you.
Now let me serenade you. Triggered by the comment from Graham. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. I could keep going, but I won't.
That would be great, Mr. Rose.
Not a problem, dear.
Okay. What time is it? It's 12:15. Thank you. Thank you. Popcorn. Here we go.
You look familiar. Is it time for my snack?
Hi, Henrik. I'm Nancy. We met at Beach Hill before your head injury.
Beach Hill?
Beach Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. The curator's name is Joanna Riggs. You were working there, and that's where your accident happened. Do you remember anything about the accident?
Joanna Riggs. Is that the woman who called to pick my brain for an access code?
Joanna called? What did you tell her?
Where in my poor banged-up head would I be keeping access codes? I don't even remember my own birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time.
According to Nurse Bluefoot, you haven't lost any data. Your brain just doesn't know how to locate certain things at the moment. We need to give it some clues.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Think of it this way. You just got back from a fabulous trip, only you can't remember the places you went. So you decide to look through postcards to see which ones you recognize.
Fine, I'll do it.
Let's give him this.
Great. These are Maya glyphs, like the ones you used to translate. Now, don't be upset if you don't know how to read them anymore. I can tell you what they mean.
I know what they mean, dear. I wrote them.
I'm sure you have written them at one time or another in your career. So, what do you think this is all about? The magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
You don't agree with the translation?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent epigrapher knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
Henrik, this note was found at a crime scene. Are you telling me you left it there?
I don't remember.
The Pakal carving is priceless and irreplaceable. If you stole it, this is your opportunity to come clean and return it to the museum.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
It's not blood, it's cinnabar. We went over this. We ran a test. Don't you remember?
Any news?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Wait.
Any news?
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
Graham.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Alright. Let's go check on Alejandro, and then we'll go back and talk to some people.
Buenos dias.
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
That's it? That's your entire comment?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. A lot of the ladies like Alejandro because he's cute and has a Spanish accent. Let's call Prudence Rutherford, if it'll let us. Alright, 7, 8, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 2, 7, 9.
Yes, hello?
Hi, this is
The
Nancy
music,
Drew,
though.
calling from Washington, D.C. I'm trying to reach Prudence Rutherford, please.
Oh, yes, Franklin told me you'd be calling. Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to help you catch those rapscallions. To think how they violated the sanctity of my domicile. Good heavens.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss. What can you tell me about the necklace?
I can't even think about it. Oh, just the very thought of my precious necklace gone, stranded, orphaned, and in the hands of some dirty stranger. makes my blood boil.
Was the necklace a gift?
I inherited it from my mother-in-law. But you see, the necklace means much more to me than just a handful of priceless rubies.
Did the necklace have a lot of sentimental value?
Yes, I'm afraid it did. I had the necklace restrung to include an exquisite jade carving as the centerpiece, a genuine artifact of the ancient Maya. The carving is not only one of a kind, but a Rutherford family heirloom given to me by my great-grandfather when I was just a little girl.
What does the jade piece look like?
It features a rare glyph. No one's been able to give me a precise translation, but most epigraphers have agreed that it has something to do with a snake, the color green, and the direction south. It's terribly fascinating.
Do you think the thief or thieves had any idea of what they were stealing?
Oh, they must have known. The rest of my valuables were left untouched. Frankly, I don't know whether to be grateful or insulted.
What about evidence?
The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was this positively ghoulish red handprint on the wall. I nearly jumped out of my skin.
A red handprint was left at the scene of the crime at Beach Hill, too. Ms. Rutherford, I'm almost certain that these robberies were committed by the same person.
But why? What is so special about these carvings?
Miss Rutherford, it would be so helpful if I knew exactly what your carving looked like. Could you send me a picture that shows it in detail?
I can do better than a photo. The insurance company made this dreadful replica of the necklace with the idea that I would wear such a thing to public functions. Please. But I could send that to you if you'd like.
Perfect. Let me give you the address.
My secretary will have the address of the museum. Now, if that is all you require, young lady, I will need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss Rutherford. I won't let you down.
Call me Prudence. Oh, and Nancy, when you find the villains who did this to me, do me a favor and give them a sound thrashing.
I sure will. Goodbye.
Nancy given a thrashing. Like I would wear this replacement to a function. I think my phone was doing better on the other side. Alright.
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Obviously not.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Okay. You're drawing a snake, ironically. Alright.
You have no voicemail.
Trying to decide what I want to do. I may go sleep until we can go talk to Henrik again. Which will be tomorrow. We're just gonna sleep a really long time.
Well, look who it is.
Ready to do some memory work, Henrik? I brought you a picture.
I am a
This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Can you remember the last time you saw him?
Pakal! Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it. I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal! What could I have meant by this?
Think, Henrik. Where's the carving now?
I can't remember.
All I need is some idea of where to look next. I'll take any scrap of memory you've got, Henrik.
OMG!
It's still in the museum.
Hey, Ashley, what's up? I know, that's why I gave that look, because I've never heard that expression before. He's as familiar as my own feet. I mean, I've heard, like, I know him like the back of my hand or whatever, I've heard that, but familiar as his own feet, that's a new one.
Are you sure, Henrik? Did you plan to sell the Pakal on the black market?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal. Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
Where in the museum did you hide the Pakal?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Maybe that key goes to the lock where you hid the Pakal.
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
I love Henrik, by the way. He's a great character.
We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
This is a long shot, but do you know what animal Pakal was afraid of?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
I can't remember.
You
All right.
rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
I'm actually going to check something real quick on the computer in Nancy's room using Sunny June's disk. I wouldn't know about fetish, but Cocoa Pringles. Stuff to remember? This is all about the number stuff. Numbers. Nope. Okay. Work on. Now this is his dissertation with the Mayas and the aliens. Nope. Okay. I didn't think it was here. I just wanted to check. But we've got a key now, so we can follow this lead. Over here, I'm going to see if we have any packages in the shipping receiving room. Nothing? No packages. Okay. Well, we tried. Aha! We got another one of these. Let's see if this will open this drawer. Alright, so we got kind of a good amount of stuff to look at, so let's go through it one by one. Okay, translation notes. So we've got these two that mean conjure, summon, and death. Blessing, curse. Curse perhaps, summon, spirit, death. Similar to blessing, but with death's face. So here's a glyph. This means captive. Bak means captive. Na means house, captive house. Prison was a prisoner. Hubi, to bring down. War metaphor. Break, destroy. There's already a verb for destruction. My guess is break or broken. Glyph resembles Kaban, the day signs. Kaban, Cab equals earth. Either the earth, world. Note coiled spirals just like the earth band. Broken earth, four corners. Of course, four corners of the world. Fascinating. This kingly title very familiar. Call, of course, but not like any I've ever seen. Wait, where have I seen this? Rabbit, just like the scribe image. Rabbit as trickster, jester, fool, very uncommon. The Copan glyph with the rabbit. Copan emblem has been modified with a rabbit head similar to the rabbit scribe. Yuba, perform work, labor, it was completed. Period ending, till the end of time. We'll take that. Number stations. 2050 Hertz transmits a series of 5 digits in Spanish, with each transmission starting with attention, attention, or atención. Then you've got the numbers. Decoding the numbers. Write down the last 3 digits of the series and add a 0 to it to get a 4-digit number. Add each of the original 5 digits and add the sum to the 4-digit number from the first step. This is the station that the smugglers will take messages on. For example, if the station number gives a 56123, then the smuggler station is 1247. You put a 0 at the end of the last 3 digits, so that'd be 1230. Add all of the digits in the series, 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 17. Add the number from step 1 to the number from step 2. So that's how we'll use it. Smuggler stations. The password is the Nahuatl word for snake. Enter it in Morse code and they'll confirm by voice. Then send a code word. So leche means send the item immediately, the coast is clear. Mujer, I don't know if that's how you say it. Mujer? Mujer? I know the J has like an H sound in Spanish. Meet me at the rendezvous point. Sueno means don't send the item, the coast is not clear. Becas means payment has been sent. Alright. Can I not back up?
Looks like I need to find someone who speaks Nahuatl.
We know somebody who speaks Nahuatl. Nancy. Alright. July 16th, 1972. Hiked with Big Bunny all day. Temperatures in the 100s, water scarce, but Highland region is beautiful and pristine except for Bunny's incessant commentary. Even spotted a quetzal flying among the branches, a rare treat, symbolizes freedom and wealth. Tale highly prized by the Maya. 7:18. Hard rain last night. Shared tent with Big Bunny out of kindness. Pity. What does he eat? Nearly suffocated. July 22nd. Crossed paths with an old shaman? Is that how you say it? Shaman today? Eager for some relief from Big Bunny, accepted old man's invitation to eat. Old man, Vincent, gave us very strong tea to which BB reacted negatively. He kept shouting, "Bunny rabbits, flaming bunny rabbits. Return of the repressed?" Once he even pounced on the floor to try to catch one, but there was nothing there. Vincent thought this was very funny. I nearly expired from embarrassment. Tea had no unusual effect on me. So it's like he almost got drugged or something. Old man told us legend has it that the Highlands are haunted by the spirit of Amoxically. I understood most, translated for Bunny. Here's legend as best as I could gather. At the height of Pakal's reign, a royal Maya scribe, I don't know how to say that. Wrote... What? Why is it doing that again? Back. Wrote an account of the Maya that somehow defamed Pakal's name. Amoxically disappeared along with all traces of her work. The rumor was that Pakal banished the scribe and her writings to the far reaches of the netherworld. Highland elders swear that Amoxically has haunted these hills for centuries and will not rest until her writings are unearthed and her name is restored to dignity. Banished? Ha, if only Pakal were so lenient. Would have enjoyed the story much more without the unwanted outbursts of my foolish sidekick. Quite a tale, though, amazing that it has survived somehow over hundreds of years. July 23rd. Big Bunny wants to start small-time smuggling racket to pay off his college tuition. He's the last person I'd want for a partner in crime, but I do need some way to fund my own studies. I wonder if I could stand it. July 29th. Travels today have been uneventful. Sun is hotter than ever. Tomorrow we return to base camp. Cannot wait to be rid of my companion. Suspect he is really a dog in bunny clothing. Yak, 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 yak. Alright. about that step. Alright. Also, I'm so happy that the face cam is working today, how it should. First run was kind of bumpy, so.
Buenos dias.
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Can you help me?
What do you need that word for?
I'd rather not say. It's part of my investigation.
Now, if only I could remember the word for snake. I hear you have been a great help to Henrik. I wonder if you can help me improve my memory too.
Oh hey, Frosif! Welcome! When Sunny June was just a myth.
Something tells me this translation is going to come with strings attached.
I am almost certain that the provenance documents for the Pakal carving were falsified. I have asked Joanna to see the documents, but she evades me. If you can find that file in her office and bring it to me, I think it might help my memory of Nahuatl a lot.
Alright, snooping. I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing pretty good.
First you tell me you were unconcerned about the theft of the Pakal carving, and now you have an urgent need to see the provenance documents? Is it just me, or is this a little suspicious?
If I can determine that the provenance documents are a fraud, this will be the first major step toward legal repatriation of the artwork, whenever and wherever it resurfaces.
Okay, Alejandro. I'll see what I can do.
I feel my Nahuatl coming back to me already. Do you know what Sihuapili means?
Sihuapili.
Princess or lady.
That's what
now, if only I could remember the word for snake.
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Alright, Sihuapili. Sihuapili? Is that how you said it? Princess. Okay.
Need something?
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Any ideas?
Afraid I can't help you there.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Okay. I think I need to make a phone call. Is Alejandro flirting? I don't know. I think he's just, he knows he's a suave guy.
No voicemail.
So I think he's just playing upon his suaveness.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
The thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. According to Taylor Sinclair, the same print was left at a couple of other crime scenes recently. I'm trying to find out what the connection is between these thefts.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you? I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
How do I... Can I get into Joanna's office after hours? I can't remember. I guess I could try. No packages yet. It's been a while since I've played this game, so I don't remember. We'll try. We'll try. Let's see if I can give Henrik the... I don't know what time it is, actually. I haven't even checked. Let's see if I can give him this paper that... Okay. Well, I'm going to put this up here anyway. He's obviously remembered his name, his age, his... He's remembered all his stuff, so there's that.
I post here?
What? No. Put that back. At least he's resting. Okay. Let's plug this in. Oh, crud. What is that? Grab a monolith stone? Yeah. I don't remember this password. I think it's stone. Yes! Brilliant. Wait, what? What? I don't know why it won't let me into that.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
Come on,
This is
Franklin,
Nancy
be
Drew.
helpful.
Calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
Alright. Let's just try to break in. We'll do 8 p.m. She should be gone by that point, right? Right? Yeah. Hey, Sarah! How'd your interview go? Oh my gosh, I want to hear everything. You're gonna have to tell us how your interview went today.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Oh my gosh, how do I get in? How do I get in? I know that there's something in this game that makes her leave. I don't know why I can't. Oh my gosh! Hey, Sarah from work! We have 2 Sarahs watching, and neither of them are my sister, Sarah. Sarah from... that I used to work with. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, my bad, Nancy Drew fan. I thought your interview was today. Alright, there's supposed to be a conversation I'm supposed to have with Franklin Rose, and it hasn't triggered, and I can't remember what the trigger point is. Okay, let me write down this number real quick, because I know I have to call her. 505, let me get a pen. Write it on the backside. Chaco Canyon is 50555 1222. It'd be even better if my sister Sarah were watching too, because we'd have a Sarah trio in the audience. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, indie fam. We have an indie Twitch fam. You gotta keep us all in the loop. I'm gonna go back to my hotel. Alright, I really hope... Well, actually, I don't know if it's gonna let me call him because it's after hours. Although they are behind us in the... Let's see how accurate it is, because...
You've reached the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Yeah.
The center is now closed. Regular hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. 7 days a week, except on major national holidays, when we are closed.
Okay, thanks. Alright, let's... What did she say, 10? We might as well sleep till 10 a.m. anyway. Nancy sleeps a lot in these games, to be honest. She's sleeping all the time. Okay, now let's see if it'll let us call her. 15055551222.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss. And the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
You know, Frosif, you make a good point, because Nancy sleeps a lot because there's certain events that can only happen, you know, during the day or during the night or whatever. And so, especially like the first time you play through these games, Nancy probably sleeps through a week or more of days. And like, you always wonder like if she's supposed to be like on a time limit. But I guess that's why the cases that she would technically be on a time limit are usually broken up into days, like the final scene and games like that, where the time really is ticking.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Sarah, I'm playing through the Nancy Drew mystery computer game series. So this is game 6 out of 32. So it's quite a long marathon, and I'm not, of course, playing them all tonight, but my goal is to stream all of them eventually. It'll probably take me about a year, is my guess. Maybe a little less than that, but.
Which piece would you say is the greatest loss for the center?
Definitely the jade carving. It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is. His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Nancy Drew fan, Sarah. I may call you Nancy Drew fan because to distinguish between the Sarahs, but work last night was fine after the stream ended. I mean, I don't normally work the audit, but you know, it was fine. After that, I just pretty much like I watched some Netflix, and then I read a little bit, you know, until people started waking up and coming down for breakfast. So it was fine.
Do you know that Henrik Vanderheun works for Beach Hill now?
Yes, I know. His departure was a great loss for us.
Sheila talks weird. Yes, I know. His departure was a great loss.
Was Henrik still working at Chaco Canyon when the theft occurred?
No. It happened just a few days after he left. I remember because after the police left, the staff and I were so depressed, we went into the lounge and pigged out on the rest of Henrik's farewell cake.
Was Henrik on good terms with Chaco Canyon when he left?
Well, it was awfully abrupt. As soon as he heard about that monolith, boom, he was gone. For some reason, he just had to go study it. We weren't exactly happy about it, but it's not like quitting is against the law.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Hi, Mrs. P. How are you? Thanks for saying hi. Frosif, I've actually been watching, I mean, don't laugh because it sounds ridiculous, but it's much better than the title suggests. I've been watching the Hallmark show, Wind Calls the Heart. It takes place in like 1912 in the Midwest, Canada, like Midwest Canada. It's really, really good actually. And even some parts are kind of like cheesy, but I actually really like it. I like period pieces like that, so I've been watching that.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Nope, I have no more questions. Why won't it let me into this? I know the password. I don't know why it tells me I have a fatal error. I don't know if that's a game glitch or if it's like I haven't like come to the part where I'm supposed to be able to read that anyway. So let's go see if we can talk to Henrik again. Check in on him. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a Hallmark show, so if you're not in, and there is like elements of romance and stuff in it, but it's also not like vulgar romance, and I'm not a big fan of like super over-the-top modern vulgar romance. I think it has a time and place, and a lot of that isn't on TV. That's just my opinion. I'm nothing against, you know, anybody who likes that kind of thing, but I do like romance when it's like, you know, old-timey kind of chivalry is not dead sort of romance. So I kind of like that part of it. it's kind of like Jane Austen-y in feel, even though it takes place many years after Jane Austen was popular. But anyway.
Nancy, you have brought me back to my work.
Have I watched Downton? No, but my best friend and her mom watches it, and they say it's amazing. And I feel like I'd be so late jumping into the game, but maybe I could try it. Me and my mom might start it together.
What have you remembered?
I've been working like a fiend. Look at the board.
I see the board.
There's Henrik's password.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's why I couldn't get into it. So, he did some... I don't know what this is, but a curse upon you who beholds this terror. The evil deeds of the whisperer of silent secrets remain undead. Within this prison of... He wrote rock and then crossed it out and wrote what? Broken only when the four corners of the world are bound together, when the first king ascends the throne again, when the last Copan fool has labored till the end of time. And then he wrote stun.
This has something to do with the plot at the museum, Nancy. I'm sure of it.
What is the prison of stone?
It's a tomb. Pakal called it a prison because it was designed to prevent the Whisperer's soul from entering the underworld.
Eesh.
That's kind of creepy.
The Whisperer came from a distinguished line of royal scribes. I can't seem to remember her name, but I do recall that she wrote an account of Maya history that greatly angered Pakal because of the way it depicted his ascent to the throne.
I have heard that Downton has really good acting, and that the dialogue is really, really good. So maybe I will try it. I'm still deciding. But the more people that tell me to watch it, the more I want to. Okay.
What did the scribe say? That Pakal had bad fashion?
From the age of 12, when he came to the throne, Pakal claimed to be divinely appointed the first true, authentic king of the Maya. Then, the Whisperer came along and wrote that Pakal was only king because his mother pulled some strings. It was quite a blow to Pakal's image.
So he put her in a stone prison?
Pakal swore that the Whisperer's words would never see the light of day. He put her body, her soul, and her writings all in a tomb and locked it up tight.
I'm a snack on a Pop-Tart if you guys don't mind. If I sound really gross or something, just tell me and I'll stop, but I'm kind of hungry, so.
Does this mean that the monolith is hollow inside and full of bones?
That's the idea.
Does anyone else know about this?
Good question. I'm certain that there's a dirty rat trying to get into that tomb. This is where my memory fizzles out. If I could only figure out why I took the Pakal.
How do I like the season of Fear the Walking Dead? I like it better than season 1. And I will tell you, without spoiling it for anybody who may be, watching the show, I am one episode behind, so don't talk about Sunday, but I love that Jesse McCartney was a character. It was like, middle school me was like, oh my gosh, yes. But I think it's much better than season 1, actually.
This is important information, Henrik. Don't you think the police should be informed?
Please don't breathe a word of this. There's too much at stake.
Wow, okay.
One of the pieces that was stolen from the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center was a jade carving with an unusual glyph on it. Do you remember translating it?
I can't remember.
I think it's not as good as The Walking Dead, like the main show, but it's very close. I think that the reason it's not as good is because they're not trying to make it as good. I think they're giving it to the fans of The Walking Dead as something to tide them over between seasons. And I think as far as something like that, I think they literally just made it for the fans' benefit. I think it's very good for that reason. I don't even watch Game of Thrones. I've tried a couple times and I can't get into it, so
I don't suppose you have a Nahuatl word for snake floating around in your memory bank somewhere,
Pulled my own
do you?
Who knows?
Earbuds out of my ear.
Have you ever been part of a smuggling racket?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I don't really want to get into Game of Thrones, because, like, whatever, bodies are bodies, but I've heard that the amount of nudity on Game of Thrones is excessive and sometimes unnecessary, so I'm just like, eh.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
Who knows?
Okay, I don't think that we're going to get anything back from him.
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
Alright, so that was a very good conversation with Henrik. Let's go through his disc now that we have the official password, now that, like, Nancy knows it. Alright, translation. Oh, that's the same thing we just saw on the board. Notes. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So we played Bull in my stream on Sunday. Couldn't remember what day it was. We already saw these. So a lot of these are things that would have helped us with those quizzes that I took already. But here we go. The prison bears an intricate lock. 6 separate keys must be assembled to fit the lock. Look at the riddle. 4 corners of the world plus the fool and the king equals 6. Each must represent one interlocking part of a bigger key. A cube has 6 sides. Perhaps they fit together into a cube. But where are these keys and what do they look like? Probably Pakal scattered them all over the Maya world so that they would not ever be... Wow. So that they would not ever... That should be put back together. I think that's a mistake. Keys carved out of must be jade, likely to that each bears an identifying glyph. Reading the books, and those are better. Books are always better. That's pretty much the standard. The one exception I think to that rule is the Lord of the Rings series. I thought the Hobbit book was better than the Hobbit movies, but I thought that the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies were much better than the books. Must track them down before it's too late. Someone else knows about this. Okay, so here's the whisper he was telling us about. North. Okay, so the artifacts found as far north as New Mexico. Numerous pieces lost in the recent Chaco Canyon Cultural Center heist. The North Key likely among them, but contact other museums in the area just to be sure. So the South Key, Maya civilizations extended to western Honduras, northern El Salvador, Belize, further Amazon jungle. See the Rutherford interview in recent issue of Art Appraiser. So Rutherford must have the South Key. East Key, Cantunilcan, pretend that I'm saying that right, is at western tip of Mexico, but what about Cuba? The Maya were great astronomers, therefore capable of sea travel, and seems likely they would have been aware of the island. Research records show one Bishop Diego de Landa found a strange jade carving there in 1652. Could this be the East Key? So the West Key, Revilla, Jigdado Island, too far. I love rereading my favorite books too, but I also love discovering new books. I just like reading. Research. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so this says that Henry Albert Daddle IV is the contact. He lives in Vermilion, South Dakota. So wait a second. I really hope Grandma's still watching because we made Cinnabar jokes earlier. Cinnabar from Pokemon, and now Henry Daddle lives in Vermilion, which is another Pokemon city. Okay. Nerdy time. Okay, so the Copan Fool. So radio, you radio for delivery of the Copan Fool key. The Pakal is what the museum had and got stolen. Do I have a goal for books this year? Nah, I'm just reading. But I have been entering a lot of giveaways on Goodreads, which I love that site. So whenever authors put up books for free giveaways, I always like enter just like tons of them. And I've actually won a few, so I've been like reading, you know, new books from like new authors and stuff, which is pretty cool. Okay. So, contacts. Don't know if we need any of this, but I'm just going to scroll through it to see if anything looks familiar. Oh, okay. We already knew that the password was Snake. Okay. Let me see if I can talk to Franklin Rose about anything again. Have I read Percy Jackson? No, but I would be interested in starting it.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I'll read kids series. Like, my favorite series in the entire world, still to this day, and I'm 23 years old, is Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. So I have no shame reading kids' books.
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
I don't know how to get into Beach Hill. Or into Joanna's office. I, like, legitimately don't.
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
I may, like, look up a hint because I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue until I can get into her office. Oh, I should have called Henry Daddle while I was in there, like a dummy. Let me see if I have any messages. I probably don't, but...
You have no voicemail.
Just making sure there's no difference between calling them. Sorry, guys, but... I mean, we're just hanging out, right? Like, Twitch party and...
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose,
playing a great game and chatting.
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
I did not know that that was the actual
What
DC
do I owe the
Metro
pleasure
map.
of this call?
That's really cool. And that's another reason I love these games, is that they really do make an effort to make everything accurate. I mean, Nancy's supposed to be in DC right now. I love that you told me that that's the actual DC Metro map. I love that. I love stuff like that. I know they probably did tons of homework on all this Maya stuff.
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Incredible.
Not a problem, dear.
Like, this company, Her Interactive, is still considered a small company. I mean, compared to things like Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft, but they care so much. And I know a lot of people are giving them grief about the next game, Game 33. It's been over a year since we've really had any info on it, and some people are getting really impatient, but I will wait a million years to get a good product. I don't like when people put out things just for the sake of making their fans happy. Oh goodness, what am I doing? Let's just go talk to some people. I know I should probably call Henry. Whoops. Call Henry
Any
Daddle.
news?
Do you have any idea what the Nahuatl word for snake is?
I don't know.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, back to the phone. This game is very, like, conversation heavy, so sorry for anybody who may not like the conversation stuff so much. I did a lot of the, like, games and things in the temple on Sunday, so...
Daddle residence.
Hi, may I speak to Henry Daddle, please?
Speaking.
Mr. Daddle, my name is Nancy Drew. This is a long shot, but I'm calling regarding a Maya artifact that was bought at auction in 1898 by one Henry Albert Daddle. Does that ring any bells?
Sure. Henry Albert Daddle Sr. was my great-grandfather. You're talking about the jade carving, right?
Yes, exactly. Wow, I can't believe my luck.
Well, It's a lucky life if you ask me. So what can I do for you?
First off, I think the only way that Her Interactive would shut down is if people give up on them. Their fans give up on them. And for me at least, I am willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and wait. And continue to support them through the wait. And I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove me otherwise. And they're going to have to really work to prove me wrong. But I'm willing to wait. I'm not going to give up on them. I mean, 32 games. How many game series do you know of in the world? I mean, even Final Fantasy doesn't have 32 installments. I think that they've made their fan base strong enough that I'm okay waiting. I'm okay waiting.
I'm wondering if the artifact is still in the family.
Forgive me, Miss Drew. Who are you exactly?
Welcome, Caleb.
I'm the deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I'm doing some research on jade carvings of the ancient Maya.
I see. Well, I was the last to inherit the carving, but my daughter Penelope was so intrigued with it that I gave it to her. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you about it. Why don't you give her a call on her line? It's 555-3197.
I think what you're saying, Graham, is funny, but I don't think that Her Interactive is going to pull the DLC thing. I don't think it would benefit their fan base, and considering the fact that they are still a pretty small company in comparison to other companies, I don't think that they're going to pull the DLC thing.
Will do. Thanks, Mr. Daddle.
My pleasure.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was supposed to call his daughter.
Hello?
Hi, is this Penelope?
Not even.
Oh, is this 605-555-3197?
Yeah, but no one calls me Penelope anymore. Except my parents, that is. To my friends, the art world, and anyone else who made it out of the 20th century, I'm Poppy.
The art world? Wait, you're not Poppy Dada, are you?
Ta-da! Ping ping! You win! Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a detective.
A detective? No way! So do you get to wear a sassy tweed hat and pick hairs off dead bodies and gross, creepy stuff like that?
Actually, I try to keep a low profile, and a tweed hat, well, it's a little conspicuous.
So, where'd you get my name? Don't tell me I'm like wanted by the FBI or something. That would be too scandalous.
No. You see, it's all a big coincidence. Your dad's name came up in connection with a case I'm working on.
Go Dad. Don't tell me he's wanted by the FBI. I'll be so jealous.
Actually, I called hoping your dad could help me solve this case.
That's hot. What's a case? Are there dead bodies involved? Do you need to, like, tap my phone or impersonate me or something?
Poppy is obsessed with dead bodies, and she may want to, like, get some help.
Someone is stealing Maya antiquities, jade carvings to be exact, and leaving this scary red handprint at the scene of every crime.
Ghastly. So, what's with the red hand?
It seems like some kind of threat, but to whom? And what is this thief really after? It's more than money, I'm sure of it.
Drama. So, where do the daddles come in?
I'm trying to track down certain Maya jade carvings that haven't fallen into the thief's hands yet. I think one of them might be in your family.
You mean that ancient green rock with the weird symbol on it? I slapped some shoe polish on it and stuck it in one of my paintings.
You're kidding. That's a one-of-a-kind Maya artifact, a piece of history. It's hundreds of years old. It's worth a lot of money.
That's the whole point. Have you heard the saying that a work of art is never finished, just abandoned? Well, I'm taking that idea to the limit by making art that will keep changing as different people encounter, perceive, and interact with it. I'm tired of artwork that says, don't touch. I'm all about letting go, about sending my work into the world and seeing how it continues to become. Don't you see? It's an organic process. I mean, how can people really relate to art if it doesn't come to life and grow and die, just like they do? That carving is part of something bigger now.
It seems awfully reckless to me, not to mention the wrench it throws into my investigation.
Oh, Nancy, don't be such a prude. Taylor's probably still got that artwork. At least, I don't think he sold it yet. Why don't you ask him? Tell him you want to see the piece called Deadly Midnight Snack. It's the one with the rubber shark.
Deadly Midnight Snack. I think I know the one you mean. But I'd rather not bring Taylor into this, if it's okay with you. I'm just not sure whether I trust him.
Fine with me. I know the big bunster, Mr. Bunnytron. Well, he rubs some people the wrong way. Has Taylor been pushing those Oaxacan cookies on you? You haven't eaten one, have you?
My favorite game, I know, really, Poppy Dada. My favorite game is number 10 in the series, Secret of Shadow Ranch. But I like all of them. I mean, there are some games I like less than others, of course. Like, my least favorite is Creature of Kapu Cave. I just felt like Her Interactive tried too hard to be different in that game, and it didn't work. But I like the old ones. Like, this is my favorite of what I consider to be the classics, which are games 1 through 9. This one's my favorite of that because music and mystery and puzzles and characters. But I also love other games in the series. I love The Phantom of Venice. I even loved Labyrinth of Lies, game 31. A lot of people didn't like that game, but I actually thought it was very good. Curse of Blackmore Manor is, one of the best games ever. Danger by Design is great, so, but anyway.
Why? Are they poisonous?
Let's put it this way. His trip to Oaxaca was about 2 years ago, and he's been trying to move those rancid lard biscuits ever since.
Aha! My suspicions are confirmed. I'll put that in my case notes.
Cool. If you really need the carving to crack this case, why don't you just go ahead and take it?
But wouldn't it ruin your painting?
Of course not. After all, this is a chance to enact exactly what I've been talking about. The organic process. Inviting my viewers to interact with my work. The deal is, you can take the carving, but you have to put something in its place.
I can choose anything? A light bulb? A magnifying glass? A pair of headphones?
No, it should be something more organic. Stay with the title, Deadly Midnight Snack. And don't be afraid to go way out. As an artist, I can tell you that inspiration bites in the most mysterious ways.
I'll do my best.
Right on. But let's keep Taylor out of this. He'd probably blow a gasket if he saw you tampering with the merchandise. That's all art is to him, Merchandise.
It's a deal.
Good luck, Nancy.
Thanks, Poppy. Bye.
I think Secret of the Old Clock is a great game to start people on. Okay.
Any news?
Mind if I help myself to one of those scrumptious-looking Oaxacan cookies?
Be my guest.
And I died.
May I take a closer look at that wacky Dada painting?
Be my guest. I just had a call from Poppy this morning. She says she's in a really creative period right now. I said, please, sweetie, if you get any more creative, they're going to lock you up.
Pardon me a moment, Nancy. I'll be right back. I hope.
I don't know if that was like a severe,
Poppy said to replace it with something
bathroom
organic.
Emergency
Poppy
that he
said
just
to
had.
Replace it with something organic.
Or what's going on with that, but it has a face. My first game ever was the original Secrets Can Kill, and I got it on my 10th birthday, and it scared me so bad for like 2 years I didn't touch a Nancy Drew game after that. But finally, my neighbor down the street, she got me back into it, so all thanks to her. So I've got, oh, what time is it? Oh, it's, wait, what? Oh, it's exactly 4 o'clock. Dang it. That painting was a Dada. Yeah, she was, the artist is Poppy Dada.
Need something? I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Rest in peace, Taylor Fowles. He's probably eating those Oaxacan cookies.
You have no voice.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm.
I don't know how to
I'll
get
call you
into...
later.
Not a
I
problem.
don't know how to get into Joanna's office. So, I'm gonna look it up. I know that sounds like such a, like, cheap thing to do, but I can't remember why I can't get her out of her office. Like, I know that there's supposed to be a phone conversation that gets her out of that office, but I don't know why it won't trigger. So, let me look it up. I can't figure this out. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something. I've already gone through all of this, but I'm gonna go all the way to the last. Whoops. So I already did all these. I'm gonna see if it'll let me put in the answer, even though because I already know it. It's a Cotamundi. Nope. C-O-A-T. Wow. C-O. Maybe I spelled this one. Cotamundi. Nope. Okay. It won't let me do it until I actually know it. I just don't know. got any packages. I'm getting stuck, and I've played this game like 70,000 times. Oh my word, where are my packages? So what do we do when we're waiting? We sleep. Sleep. Let's go to the hospital first.
Good afternoon, young lady.
According to your notes, Pakal made a 6-part key to the Whisperer's tomb and scattered the pieces around the world. Do you remember anything about this?
6 keys? 6 keys?
Thank you.
6 keys! Nancy, what are the 4 corners of the world? North, south, east, and west. Plus the first king, Pakal himself, and the Copan fool. When they're all assembled, they open the tomb. Don't you see? This is why I stole the Pakal, to prevent some other schemer from putting the key together.
Maybe I'd better tell Joanna what's going on.
You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
I can't remember.
Okay.
You rest up. I'll be back.
Be careful.
Yeah, blind playthroughs are much better for a platform like Twitch, where you can have these super long chunks. Otherwise, it's just not great.
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
She's useless. Joanna is useless. Why are you even here? I just want packages. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please. I don't know if the game's like broke.
You have no voice.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose. How may I direct your call?
I might have
This
broken
is
the
Nancy
game.
Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
No, I didn't check the good old indie message board. I was checking like a hint website. Oh. I just saw what I missed. Just saw what I missed.
Hello.
I think I know. I think I know what trigger
Yes, you should.
I missed. When Joanna told us that they keep Cinnabar, I did not follow up on that. So that is my bad. I think that's the trigger we needed. We did not follow up on that. Okay. Keep it real restoration. Okay, 555 6766.
You have no voice.
Okay, alright. Sorry for wasting 15 minutes of your life, everybody.
Keep it real. Max speaking.
Hi, I'm the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill Museum. I wonder if you could answer a couple of questions for me about our ordering history.
Well, hello there, Beach Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
Do you know who placed that order?
Well, the initials on the order are J.R.
Joanna Riggs.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all. It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked up the package?
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
So there hasn't been a hold-up at the distributor or anything like that?
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
You're sure it was last week?
Oh, that's what it says here.
So basically Joanna lied to us.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used a top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Judging by the impression it left, I'd have to agree that the quality was fine.
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Toxic?
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
Keep it real. Alright, confrontation! I love confrontations! Confrontation!
Come in. Need something?
Oh, what?
I've got work to do.
Bye.
I thought there would be a confrontation. So let's go back and tattle then!
You have now...
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose. How may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
I may have to break down and call Bess and George. I know there's like some sort of difference between the two phones and like the kind of stuff that Nancy will talk
Boswell,
about.
Jackson, and Rose. How may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
Checking. Is it still before 4? Yeah, it's only 11:30. So let's go talk to Henrik again.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Did you use Joanna's name last week to place an order for Cinnabar with Keep It Real Restoration?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Do you have anything against Joanna?
Who knows?
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Just like waiting for something to happen.
have now
Yeah,
Boswell,
really.
Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Oops, false
False
alarm.
alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
Okay. I think I'll follow up with Sheila at Chaco Canyon. We already got the west one. That was the one from Poppy's thing.
Diego de Landa. I wonder if that's one of the keys.
So that's the thing we don't have.
You have now
Am I looking at a list of triggers?
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what
Oh my
do I owe the
God!
pleasure of this call?
Oops, false alarm. I'll call you later.
Not a problem, dear.
Nancy must just be really lonely.
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Can't look at anything on her desk over here, right? Hum. I'm gonna follow up on the Chocolate Canyon. So that was... Sure, random facts are cool.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew calling.
Hi, Nancy. It's Sheila. What can I do for you?
I've just got to get my hands on a replica of that jade carving you lost. Do you have any ideas?
Not off the top of my head, but maybe one of my staff will have a bright idea. I need some time to ask around. Can you call back later?
Sure thing.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Let's see what Bess and George have to say.
Hello?
It's me again.
Nancy Drew, you will never guess who the cat just dragged in.
Who?
Frank and Joe Hardy.
Oh my God, the Hardy! I haven't talked to those two in months.
Let me tell you, they're as cute as ever. George and I were just telling them about your latest case, and... judging by the way they're hovering around me at the moment, I think they want to say hello.
Sure, put them on.
Hi, Nancy, it's Frank.
Frank Hardy, what in the world are you doing in River Heights?
Well, Joe and I just finished up a case out west, and we're taking a few days to drive back to Bayport. so we stopped in River Heights to say hello to our favorite girls.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you.
We should have known you'd be out there chasing trouble.
Joe, is that you?
The one and only. How's it going, Nancy?
Oh, just knee-deep in another case. You know the feeling.
Do we ever? There's one around every corner, isn't there?
You can say that again.
There's one around every corner, isn't there?
All right, Joe. Cheeky as ever, I see.
It's the secret of my irresistible charm.
Oh, brother. Listen, Nancy, we're taking off again tomorrow, but if you want to talk shop about this case, why don't you give us a call on the car phone? The number is 973-555-3393.
Sounds great. I'll do that.
Go get him, Nancy.
Good luck.
Don't feel too bad for Osif. I mean, I used to be in love with Ash Ketchum, so it happens, you know? And are you not a fan of the Hardy Boys? Because you seem a little passive-aggressive in your comments here. I want hints.
Hello?
It's me again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest, Nan?
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
Have you asked Alejandro about the Red Hand?
I'd like to hear what he knows about Cinnabar.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
Watch out for stale cookies!
Thanks, Bess and George. You're the best. They're the best.
Hello.
Do you know what Cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
They do use it at the museum, but Joanna told me they haven't been able to get any in a while.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
I do like Frank Hardy better than Joe Hardy, but I do not ship Frank and Nancy together. I am a Ned and Nancy forever kind of person. Okay, now maybe we can talk to Joanna about her untruthfulness. Now that we've talked to everybody else in the world about her untruthfulness. Oh yay, she's gone! Hallelujah! Oh, praise Jesus! Okay, here we go. Let's look at stuff. Woo! Y'all, I'm excited that finally we get to look at something around her office. Alright, let's take a look, Doing some snooping, Alright, so here's some stuff of things that she got. Let's go in the drawer. Oh, yes, key. Oh, goodness. Ah, call Providence Docks. Okay. Do you think Ned would propose in the last game? I don't know. Okay. So we got this page, transferred it over, and then sold to, and then here is longtime clients passed away. They had no children, so they're going to auction off the carving. Official bill of sale to the estate auction, the call carving over to them. Okay. Is that all of it? Is that all of it? Is that all of it? I have a feeling I'm missing something. Maybe not. Okay, alright, cool. Now let's go give these to Alejandro. Alejandro.
Hello,
Gaga up
Nancy.
in here.
You have a special delivery for me, I hope?
Promise me that you'll take good care of these documents.
What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 9. I was only gonna go for 2 hours.
Good work, my friend. I suppose you would like something in return?
I'll go a little longer than 9 if you guys are still, like, cool. If everybody's good.
I trust your Nahuatl has become fluent again.
The Nahuatl word for snake is coatl. C-O-A-T-L.
Thanks.
Muchas gracias. Gotta go.
Adios, Nancy.
You guys cool? You want to keep going or you want to stop at 9, which is in like 5 minutes? I'll let you guys decide. Whoop. All right.
The radio's out.
Okay. Keep going? Keep going. Okay. Alright, we'll keep going. We'll keep trucking away. Maybe in the next hour I can finish this sucker up. I guess we could just go until I'm finished. I mean, this game isn't incredibly long. Oh, I totally went way too far. I was going for a ham radio tube, which is in this case.
It's locked.
Boom. Ta-da. Don't mind me, just stealing things out of the exhibit. It's all good. Whoop. Alright. So, we dial 2050 to get the code. Ham radios, though.
Atención, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 2,
Whoop.
7,
Okay.
1, 2,
Got that one. So,
7, 1,
last 3 digits are 271. Add a 0 to the end. Add each of the original 5 digits equals 21. So add that. So now I know that we are going to 2731.
1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2. Transmítelo ahora.
Transmitlo. Oh, it wants me to tell the. Okay, so I copied Guatl and into Morse code. So it is dash dot C dash O dot dash A dash T dot dash dot.
Mensaje encendido. Transmítelo ahora.
Now it's telling me we're gonna tell them leche because we want them to send the package to us. This noise is so annoying!
Mensaje recibido. Entregaremos el paquete lo más pronto posible. Cambio y fuera.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to guess that they're saying we'll send it to you as soon as possible. Okay, bye. No, I don't know Morse code, but there's a book in this game that gives you Morse code. Okay. No, I don't know Morse code. I just used the book in this game to help me with that. Oh my goodness, I'm supposed to be having all these packages. Where are all of my packages? Alright. Deception Island, that's another game that does... Oh, okay, here we go. Nancy, the police called. They want me to go down to the station for further questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Do I have time for this? No. Hold down the fort while I'm gone, will you please? I left my office open if you need anything.
You have voicemail. Press 0 to increase...
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me.
Oh.
To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages, press...
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, you must be psychic. I was just getting ready to call you myself.
As a matter of fact, I have been brushing up on my mind reading.
Well, thank goodness I've got you on my side. I feel I should apologize for the situation that's going on at the museum, dear. I really did think we were setting you up with a nice little internship, a breather from your casework. But instead, it looks like we've fed you to the lions.
Well, in all my travels, I still haven't found a mystery-free zone, Mr. Rose.
Speaking of travel, I got a postcard from your father in Ouagadougou. Apparently, Burkina Faso has become the cultural darling of West Africa. He must be having quite an adventure.
Like father, like daughter. Anyway, Mr. Rose, I'm calling about Joanna.
I think I know what you're going to say, Nancy. Let me be frank. Joanna Riggs has been in the doghouse with the board for months. Her thirst for acclaim has led her to gamble the future and the reputation of Beach Hill time and again. Now that we've lost the Pakal carving, one of our most notable pieces, well, she's just got to be stopped.
I know you're upset, but the Pakal theft is not what it seems.
It's not your job to defend her, Nancy. Even if she didn't steal the Pakal herself, how is it that she let this crime happen right under her nose? Did she want the insurance money? Is she mixed up with the black market? Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. That's Shakespeare.
Okay.
I have reason to believe that there's another explanation.
Look, I've got a client waiting, Nancy. What we need now is for you to take up the slack. I've spoken to the rest of the board, and we've agreed that the best thing is to put you in charge.
This isn't Carson, this is Franklin. Franklin Rose. Or are you talking about Carson being in Ouagadougou?
Oh, Mr. Rose, I'm not qualified to be a curator. I don't have the experience.
Maybe not, but you are the best qualified detective I know, which is just what we need right now. We're counting on you to catch this thief red-handed. Just kidding, kiddo. If you can get the Pakal back, we'll see about giving Ms. Riggs another chance. That seems fair, doesn't it?
It's a deal, Mr. Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
Okay. Nothing. Okay. What time is it? 3:30. Still time to jet over to the hospital. Go, 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 go. Turbo mode! Ah, dang it. Might as well sleep some more. Oh my gosh, what? the love of all that is good and holy in this world, please let there be a yes! A box! This is... I don't know which one this is. Oh, gotta do this one where they're all like facing one way, right? Nope, maybe they're all supposed to be cross-eyed. This is kind of a terrifying puzzle. Yeah! Okay, so that is the Fool, I think. So I don't know, I can't remember which one that came from. So we got 2 out of 6 pieces. Maybe get 4 more. Yeah. Yeah, while he's using the bed. I don't think he's, like, confined to the bed. I'm pretty sure he could get up and go into the bathroom. Try again. Yes.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Henrik, I received a note from your friends in Copan. I've got the Copan Fool key. I still need the Pakal, though. How's your memory?
The tomb. Nancy, I hid the Pakal carving in the replica of the Pakal tomb at the bottom of the temple exhibit. Huh. Now, how did I think of that? And another thing, you'll need to get past that computer quiz. Sonny set it up with an impossible question. No one knows what Pakal was afraid of, but Sonny was petrified of the Coatamundi. It's an ornery bandit with a narrow snout and a long ringed tail, much like a raccoon or a polecat.
Sonny's afraid of Coatamundis. Coatamundis, whatever
I'll
they're
be
called.
back.
Be careful.
Alright, so now that he's told us that, let's go back to the temple! No, turbo mode! It's fun to imagine Nancy running through the museum. But I always imagine Nancy to be like in these little classy outfits, like these little pantsuits or like skirt and jacket, or whatnot. And she's like running with her little flats. Alright. Coatamundi. Done! So I have beaten all of the things. So now we can go in here and we can open this Pakal's Jade Mask. But then dun, 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 okay, sorry, that was bad. And I can also get a glow stick. You imagine her in low pumps? Yeah, like little kitten heels, like classic low pumps. Yeah, that's a very Nancy thing. And I do picture Nancy as a strawberry blonde, like that Titian colored hair. A lot of people just imagine her as like a normal blonde, but I'm classic 1930s.
It's too dark in here. I need a light.
And we're in the garden. Okay, so now we have the Pakal. So we're waiting on packages from Prudence Rutherford and Chaco Canyon and where's the last one coming from? I don't remember. Oh, do I have to? I wonder if I can call the Chaco Canyon.
You have no voicemail.
I don't know if it works from this phone. Nope. Yep. It's got to be the hotel phone. No more packages, huh? Maybe. Yay! Nancy, please relieve me of these horrid fake rubies by offering them to the Maya god of refuse if there is one. I have no love for imposters. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 2 sides, or of the 6 sides. So I've got the Chaco Canyon. And then where's the other one coming from? Oh. I think it's the one in that box. That's right.
You have now
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
May I speak to Franklin Rose, please?
Who may I say is calling?
This is Nancy Drew.
Just a minute, please.
That intro is different.
How's your investigation coming along?
I've recovered the Pakal carving.
That's great! So the case is closed. I'll reinstate Joanna as museum curator and we can get on with the business of launching this exhibit. Where in the world did you find it? Who's behind all this nonsense?
Mr. Rose, this case is far from closed. Do you trust me?
What in the world are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I can't explain everything
Getting
now.
toward the end. Getting
Good
toward
care
the
of
end.
carving, I promise.
What can I say, Nancy? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Do what you have to do, but let's get this mess cleaned up, all right?
So you'll call Joanna and invite her back to work?
I'll call her right away.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to the hotel and call Chaco Canyon. Then hopefully... And then I'm gonna go to sleep. And then Joanna should be back and she can help me get into that locked box. That's the plan. That's the plan right now. We're getting close to the end! We have almost all the keys!
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew calling.
Hi, Nancy. It's Sheila. Well, we racked our brains. Finally, one of my staff came up with the original box that the carving was packed in. The piece was encased in a tight foam cast to prevent damage during shipping. I'm not sure how much good it'll do you, but I can send it to you if you like.
That just might work.
Henrik left Beach Hill as his forwarding address, so I know what to do. I'll send it express.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Good luck with your investigation.
The lady who plays Sheila's voice, it just hit me. I think she's the same voice artist that plays Fatima in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. They sound... Something she just said sounded so much like it. I'm almost certain it's gotta be correct. I'm gonna sleep like 24 hours. Alright, I'm gonna stop into Henrik one more time. And I'm actually gonna stop into everybody one more time before I go into the museum.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Alright,
rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
I think our work with Henrik is done.
Hello.
I
So
should get back to the
same with
museum.
Alejandro.
Adios, Nancy.
Any news?
I
Same with
better
Taylor.
get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Junior college. Oh, yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. With Fatima. Yep. I think it's the same voice actress. She not back? Oh, yeah, she is.
Thanks for clearing my name, Nancy. Honestly, I mean, what kind of moron would I be to try and ruin my own exhibit? Anyway, we need to make up for lost time. I need you to go to the storeroom and start unpacking some of those crates. One of the pieces has a fancy security device on it. The code is 0677.
I love this music. I know I keep saying it, but this is like the best song. Like one of the best songs in the entire game series.
Sure thing, Joanna. I'll see you later.
Semper ubi sabubi.
0677. I know my discoveries are like so weird. My mother's texting me again. Okay, so we're just waiting on one box. Okay, go. I'm gonna sleep another 24 hours because then we should have it. What? Oh, did I hit cancel? My bad. Okay, I will, Sarah. By the way, how's your new job going? Are you liking it? I'm not supposed to be there. What am I doing? Yes! Yes! We got the mold.
We can make a mold from this foam core.
Yes. We're pretty much like there, guys. We're like there. We can finish this sucker up. All the games have great music, and all the games' music fit their games, which is pretty great. Squeeze. Boom. Alright, so we got all 6 sides. Let's put it together.
According to Henrik's notes, I need to make a key out of these pieces.
That's awesome, Sarah. I'm glad you're having a good time. Do I have to put the lid on first? I don't understand. There we go. Okay. Boom. Boom. What do I do, or what does Sarah do? Well, Sarah used to do this too. I work front desk at a Hilton hotel here in Charleston. And Sarah did that with me. She worked at the front desk with me. So she got another job at like a logistics company, but.
Now I have the key.
Nah, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. I mean, I'm not going to give you like the address or anything because this is the internet and there are weirdos on the internet, but that's basically the gist. Alright, so, according to Henrik's notes, we have the key and the date, 6 Lamont, we can open the stone prison, which is probably what you think it is. So, that's not the right one. Here we go. So we get some calendar stones. Key. Boom. Here we go. You guys ready for the end of the game? Here we go. Here we go.
Wow, these are heavy. I'm not sure I can hold on to these stones for very much longer. I've got to put these things down.
I'm going, Nancy. Chill. Nancy can die by like dropping these on herself or dropping them and breaking them. So let's put these in. Okay, whew. You have a weird thing for hotels. Embassy Suites made me cry. Embassy is one of the brands owned by Hilton. How did it make you cry? Like you just loved it so much, or?
The poem said, when the first king ascends again.
And his ascension was 6 Lamont, so let's spin to, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Lamont, I have that little one written down. There we go. It's so wonderful. Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So, one of the sides opened. I don't know which one. Let's see. This one. So we have to figure out which side goes in this one.
I'll have to choose which side of the cube goes here.
I'm just going to pick the first one and see if it works.
Nothing happened.
Okay, so it's not that side. Try this side. Also nothing happened. Spin once more. Not that one, so it's got to be the last side. I like working at the hotel for the most part. I mean, sometimes, you work at front desk, so basically people yell at you for all sorts of things, even if it's not your fault. But it's just the nature of the business. Are you talking about, like, the lobby? You like the lobby of the hotel?
This should be the last step.
It's a good thing I went to the bathroom before I started streaming, because otherwise I don't know if I could have handled it.
I wonder what's inside.
It's a dead person! Yay! We love dead people! Yay! It's the Whisperer that was King Pakal's scribe, and he locked her away.
It's blank.
Who's your friend, Nancy?
Boo. Taylor Sinclair.
Who'd you expect, the Tooth Fairy? Looks like someone forgot her beauty cream. I guess we can't all age gracefully.
I'm sure she would say the same about you.
You've been a top-notch assistant, Nancy, but I'm afraid you're just not going to make it in the art world.
Why are you doing this?
Nancy, do you have any idea what that book contains?
Help me out, Sinclair. I'm drawing a blank.
The Whisperer's writings are the only known personal account of Maya life, the only written glimpse into Pakal's time anywhere. Do you know what I can get for that thing on the black market?
Most embassy suites are like that. Like, they're built like an atrium, so they all look out over the lobby and restaurant area. So, anyway, the end of the game, obviously, the culprit is Sinclair.
You have no right to do this. The book is not yours to sell.
Simple economics suggest otherwise. And I am the art dealer.
This tomb and all of its contents belong to Mexico.
Finders keepers, I say. Nobody even realizes this thing has any contents. Won't they get a surprise when they finally open it up and find that it contains a 7th century scribe and a 21st century detective? Adios, Nancy.
And he's trapping us in the stinking tomb. So it's a good thing we have this. So as you can see, there's a hole.
Something's missing here.
So we got stuff going on, but we can suffocate. So let's open our mouth and grab the key.
Air in here.
Not this side. Oh, yep, right here. Stick this in the hole. Punch him in the what? I don't feel comfortable punching somebody there. Here we go.
I've gotta get out. This may be the scribe's notes about Pakal.
So that opened to this passage, which we grabbed this, and oh, dang it. Now we zoom in.
I'm suffocating in here. Let me out.
Punch him in the bone groins?
Behold, our heroine emerges from the tomb, like a mermaid from the sea.
Okay, Alejandro, chill.
The foolish villain stews in the sour soup of his own miscalculation.
From deep in the recesses of time, a wise royal scribe whispers her thanks.
And a priceless chapter of history is rescued from obscurity. Way to go, Nancy!
What in the world? Ah! Confound you, Nancy Drew!
Dear Dad, it was great to talk to you on the phone
We
last
did
night.
it!
I can't wait to see you back in River Heights where I can fill you in on the whole story. Can you believe that your own daughter was recently standing face to face with a real mummy? Now that the scribe's book has been recovered, I understand how important it is and why Taylor thought he could make a fortune selling it on the black market. The book contains one of the only personal accounts of Maya life and existence anywhere. I'm sure it'll be a tremendous addition to our knowledge of the Maya once it's translated, that is. And now that Henrik's memory is back up to speed again, I'm sure he'll be itching to get to work on it. Taylor Sinclair won't be making any art deals for a long time, though, that's for sure. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about Alejandro's discovery that the Pakal carving's provenance documents were faked after all. When Franklin Rose and the board found out, they arranged to return the artifact to Mexico right away. Mexican officials are so happy to have the artifact back, they have pledged a new era of diplomatic relations with Beach Hill. Joanna sure learned her lesson about making deals with shady operators like Taylor. The board has agreed to give her another chance as long as she reforms her business tactics. And what else?
Thanks,
oh,
Nancy.
Yes, Poppy Dada's announced a new direction in her artwork. All her new paintings are going to feature, what else? Mysterious red handprints. So I guess everyone is taking off in new directions now. I'm going to stay and help this exhibit get launched. But I'll see you back at home in a couple of weeks. Have a safe trip home. Love, Nancy.
We did it!
Dear Nancy, Bess and George told me you're on a case in D.C. I hope everything is working out for you. I wish I could say the same for me. I'm planning on living here, but there's been some trouble. I think someone or something doesn't want me here. Please, Nancy, I'm afraid I can't stay here very much longer. I know you're busy, but I'm desperate. I need you to come out and investigate. Please say you will. Your friend, Sally.
Uh-oh. So that was the first time that a game has had a preview to the next game in the series. So that's a preview to game number 7, which is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which will be the next one that we stream. Thanks to everybody for joining. I had a really good time. Thanks for joining and commenting, and it just makes it so much more fun for me to have you guys included, and I can show you, the game series that I love so much. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the evening. I hope you'll join me for my next stream. I'll be posting on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, of course, once I figure out my schedule and figure out what's the next time I'm going to be able to stream. But anyway, have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. I hope to see you back again soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.